Being spawn trapped is one of the worst, most annoying things that can happen to a person or player while playing Call of Duty. This happened to me earlier today while I was playing Hardcore Domination, and yes, I am using the MP7, but before you bag on me, hear me out. So I was doing Hardcore Domination. I got put in this lobby that was half over against a complete clan, like, you know, a whole 6-team clan of spawn trappers. Basically, you know, they were really good at what they did too, and I stayed with them a couple games because I guess my competitive spirit just wanted to try and do as good as I can against them. Kind of a different challenge than going for Moab. So I stayed a few rounds in with them. The first like 2 games I was in with them, I got completely destroyed. I didn't win any of the games against them, but I was trying to stay positive more than win, because unless you have a whole team just working towards capping a point and everything, then you're most likely not going to win. And so what I did was I just kept trying to go for, or to stay positive was my main goal, and this game was one that I did go positive on. The first 2, I'm going to blame it on the map some, because they're just like the worst maps to get spawn trapped on. The map I joined in on was, Bootleg. Bootleg was a map I joined in on, but that game was already half over. And the map after that, I think, was Interchange, and you all know ADOM spawn Interchange. But I thought of a few ideas to kind of help do good against spawn trappers, I guess. I don't really know how else to say it. Maybe even break out of the spawn trap and cap a point. So the first thing I thought of is, on my last game I was playing with them, I noticed I had a really big UAV spam, and I had a Javelin on because of this game. I knew that, like, the Javelin can reach some places that I can't. So I put the Javelin on this class. In the game after this, on Fallen, I believe, I noticed they were calling UAVs quite a bit. So I had my Javelin out, and I was about to shoot it at the ADOM point, but then I decided, you know, hey, why not just shoot down the UAV? And then it kind of occurred to me that I had Blind Eye Pro too, and I was using the ACR as well in that game. And I had Hardline, so I was like, wait, you know what? You can just use, like, or I could just shoot down the UAVs until I have my kill streak rewards, because I had like low kill streak rewards set, UAV, Predator Missile, and Precision Airstrike. Because, you know, when you're going against a team of good people, you don't expect high kill streak rewards, and if you do get them, expect them to be shot down rather quick. But I shot down their UAVs, and I think I killed one person. I got a Predator Missile, and that helped me get my airstrike. Although the airstrike killed me twice, it was kind of funny. But yeah, so I got my Predator Missile, I killed them, a couple guys, and then I got the Precision Airstrike and killed them. And so yeah, it's one way to possibly do well against them, and maybe make a hole in their spawn trap fence. And if you can make a hole, then if you have a full team that can help get you out and get themselves out through that hole, it's not a big gap of how to get out. I mean, of how long they have to get out, it's not long, just until that person gets back to the spot that they're supposed to be for the spawn trap. And once they're back, then that hole's closed again. And it's a lot of work to break a hole into a good spawn trap team like this. I chose this game because this was a game against, or it was one of the games against the people actually, and you can see just how a couple different things I tried to do to help break out of the spawn trap and stay positive in kill death ratio. And there's no Moab this game, and I actually died quite a bit. I'm sorry guys, but I even fall into yes final stand once. And I don't think I'll show the full game. I'm just going to show until this commentary is over. But the next thing I figured out is, or not figured out, and it's kind of a branch off the last thing I mentioned, but just, you know, try and make a hole in their fence, in their wall of their spawn trap. And what I mean by that is, consider each player a part of the wall, and you want to break a hole open to get through that wall and maybe capture the down point to break the spawn trap. On this game, I think they had like 3 people in the middle, 2 overwatching A, and 1 maybe watching the corridor to B, you know, like the long stretch back there by B. And I think that's what they were doing. They had a lot of activity over here by A, and you know, that's just how their fence was kind of set up, and it worked because I don't think captured a point for the whole game, but I did stay positive this game, which I was happy with. And yeah, so just try and make a hole in their fence, then get through it and get as much of your team through it, and if you're lucky, then you'll be able to capture a point. Holding the point is hard enough in itself, but you know, if you can capture it, then that's a step toward it. And as you can see, I was trying a couple different things to break through that fence of theirs, that wall of their team. I noticed there's a sniper that was just watching where I'm at right now. So I busted out the sniper and tried to take him out. And I even get him once, but, you know, I'm playing solo still, or with one friend, I believe. I'm playing with one friend on this game, so, you know, I can't really do anything even if I do break a hole open. So at this point, I was just trying to stay positive, you know. And this was one of the best spawn trapping teams I've seen, you know. It was like J Nasty quality or something like that. You know, not letting anybody out and quickly repairing the holes if somebody made one. And, you know, not letting anybody through to the points. And, you know, I was going to put a trophy system on because I noticed they were using explosives a lot as well. I just kept forgetting to put that on. And, you know, that's just kind of my setup after noticing some of the things they did. I adjusted my class setup to help out with the weaknesses of their strengths, so to speak. Like, they had explosives, so I wanted a trophy system. And in hardcore, you know, blast shield doesn't really matter, but I guess you can maybe use that. I think it might help a little bit, but, you know, it doesn't really matter because you're going to die fast anyway. So, yeah, we were spawn trapped back here by city. I was kind of surprised no one got a Moab, but, you know, I guess I gave him a hard enough time to where that didn't happen. That's about all I have to say on this subject. Just try and tear a hole, get through that hole, get your team through that hole. If you have a full team, then it'll be easier if you can, you know, communicate with your team and tell them what to do and where to go, and maybe make a diversion to make a hole somewhere else. And that's just a few tips I have on how to get unspawn trapped or do well being spawn trapped. It's hard no matter what you do unless the people spawn trapping you are just horrible at it. On interchange, ADOM, you know, that spawn trap is one of the worst in the games, just like on terminal. But one thing I did while I was playing against these guys on that map is I had a Dragunov, and there's a Jeep overwatching like the middle passageway, looking into the ADOM, and I kind of hid behind that, and I picked a few people off. I didn't have my assault kill streaks going up, but if I did, I think I could have stayed positive in that game as well, maybe. I didn't quite have that class adjusted how I needed it. I had specialists and like scavenger as my primary, or no, I had support. I had UAV ballistic vest and scavenger as my tier 1 perk, so I kept getting blown up by air support and stuff. But, you know, if you aren't the kind to rage quit a game when you're getting spawn trapped, then maybe you could try a couple of tips I gave you here, and, you know, adjust your class how you need to help you out do better. And it's kind of a fun challenge to try and stay positive against really good people like this. You might enjoy it yourself, but, you know, give it a try, I guess, if you get spawn trapped next time. It's a little bit different in core domination, but I was doing hardcore, so that's all the stuff I kind of thought of. This video's pretty much wrapped it up for me, commentary-wise, and I think the video has a few minutes left, but you don't have to stick around. I might even cut it off a little bit. But yeah, you know, if you liked the video, hit like. If you didn't dislike it, maybe let me know if a couple of these tactics worked for you. And until next time, guys, I'll catch you all later.
UAV recon standing by. UAV recon ready for deployment. UAV online. Enemy UAV spotted.